Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of The Gun Show, Women Talking Guns, brought to you by Mama Bear Defense. I'm Crystal Reese, and I am here with
Shauna Martinez.
And we have some cool things today, this week. Lots of good, and then there's kind of iffy things with the gun world. Lots of stuff to talk about. I'm excited.
Very exciting. It's just, oh, gosh.
So
it's
let's start with the coolest thing.
Let's start with the top coolest, best thing ever could happen to California. Thank goodness. Ninth Circuit Supreme Court ruled in our favor that it is unconstitutional of us not to be allowed. Wait, let me back up. We can now carry magazines with more than 10 rounds. Bring out your big clips, people. Bring them out.
bring out the 16 rounds. Actually, I have a gun right here. This Springfield. Nice. That has, this one is 13 plus 1, 14.
Yeah.
The extended is 16. So you could have 17 rounds.
And we have our 30 round magazines for our ARs. And it's just kind of nice to go to the range and just be able to have fun with it, you know,
be like the rest of freedom country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what's funny is look on this case. I was looking at it. It says not legal in California and with high capacity magazine. Mm-hmm. It's legal now. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There are some caveats. Did you hear about those?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so the caveat is there was a ruling April something 2008, I believe it was April 15th, 2019. Okay. That is still not totally cleared. So if you already owned a gun with a high capacity magazine, then you are no longer a felon in California. Goodness. But, right, so everyone, my husband said that everyone is pulling their lost guns from their boating accidents. And you also posted a fun meme about that, like people digging up their guns.
Digging it up, yeah.
But then that same ruling apparently cannot allow you to purchase high capacity magazines yet. They're going to eliminate that. Hopefully, that's the plan. So there's still some finishing kinks, but really amazing.
It's outstanding to go from one point of them absolutely shutting you down. And I remember this happening, and it was like everybody was crying. I mean, full grown men crying, come on, you're taking this away from us. You're doing this, you're doing that. And it's like, all right, let's take a step back and see how this is going to work out. We still have our guns. We still have our ammo. We still can do what we need to do, protect ourselves. Well, our California Rifle and Pistol Association is the group that came together and fought this bill. They are the ones that went head on with the state of California in order to get this to turn. They're the first judge that was out of San Diego. That was the Supreme Court of San Diego area. And he actually ruled this is unconstitutional. That's where they appealed it and took it to the Ninth Circuit Court. And that's where it's officially done. So now it's kind of in the, maybe they might go ahead and appeal it, but look at how far they've already gone. And now since it's actually said, bring them out. Let's go. Because now there's nothing actually to say. And actually in the first ruling out of San Diego, the judge actually stated in the paperwork of the court paper that oh my gosh, what's his name? Burka, our Attorney General of California, the one that's going against us.
I'm like,
they are required to have notification out to all locations to be notified that this is now legal to have by a certain period of time of day. That was on the ruling earlier this year, I believe I want to say around June, this might have happened. So yeah, that was it. I read the entire court report and that's what the judge said. So now with this happening, I still haven't read it. It's over 66 pages ruling from this courthouse.
It's okay. You do not need to read that. That's awesome. That is so cool. You know, it's just really nice to finally see some freedoms restored. A lot of times, once your freedoms are gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
it's very difficult. So that's just, it's awesome.
It's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of noise going on with the cheering happening with this.
Woo! Other good news is we have in, so I just wanted to quote some things that I found here. It's off of the NRA ILA Institute for Legislative Action, and they did some research on gun sales. It says July 2020 was the third busiest month ever for FBI office, with a total of 3,639,224 total background checks for guns.
That is fantastic.
July featured 2 of the 8 busiest weeks of all time. 6 of the 8 busiest weeks were in either June or July of this year.
That's incredible. That is just, now we just need to get the factories that make the guns and the ammo back to work.
Right?
Because I have a shopping list.
You and everyone else. I'm like, okay, can I just get some ammo? I my list of guns is always there, but at least just give me the ammo. Make me feel good.
I actually got ammo. Oh. I got 100 rounds of 9, 100 rounds of 40, and 300 rounds of 22 long.
Okay,
all
were they
$100?
Super? Oh, I was gonna ask. Ooh, they were reasonably priced. I was gonna ask, are they super inflated? Because oh my gosh, I looked up today. A box of like 500 rounds of 22 usually goes for about $23.24.
Okay.
In Freedom Country. I don't know how it is in California, but in Freedom Country, that's the prices. I went online. A box of 525 rounds of ammunition of 22 was selling for $119.
Wait, how many rounds again?
525, like the box.
That's insane.
Of 22.
No.
That's usually $23 was selling for.
That.
I think it was a private person that was doing it, not a company, because I'm pretty sure I didn't double check this, so sorry for podcast potentially misinformation. But I thought that the government went out and said you can only inflate things a certain amount with the toilet paper crisis.
Oh goodness.
Like you can only Can you believe that's been this year? It's been a weird year, but yeah, with that they said you can only inflate it a certain amount legally, and anywho, I thought that also applied to guns. Maybe not.
Wow, that's intense.
But welcome all you new gun owners. We are so excited that multiple people are getting into guns that aren't. I mean, the hippies, the minorities, everyone, even you old gun guys. We're still happy that you're here. But yeah, just good news there. Let's put a damper on the mood. No, just kidding. Although this isn't going to pass, so I don't think it's going to pass.
Even though it's not going to pass, let's say we're not going to pass, right? But we got to speak about it, because honestly, when I was buying the ammo, they had no idea. Okay, so let me just actually tell everybody, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging on this. Federally, there is a Democrat trying to push through a law for federally. This is nationwide for all of us gun owners, all of us. This means that they are going to tax 30% on any purchase of a gun and 50% on ammunition.
This is in addition.
This is in addition to what we currently have today, that Democrats are trying to push through. The bill is supposedly to be labeled HR 5717. Insane. Like, I'm like mind blown. Like, So if they can't get us on the back end of like trying to get rid of our guns or trying to get rid of the ammo, they're going to just tax us hardworking Americans trying to earn a living to protect
pushing
ourselves.
out, and we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but first of all, if you are a Democrat and you're listening to this and you have just purchased a gun, now I want you to go to your legislator and explain, hey, this isn't a law we want.
Yeah.
Because, most people, even Democrats, half of America, more than half, are gun owners. Okay, so like that means a lot of Democrats own guns. And this party is pushing this platform because they think that's what the people want. But that's not what the people want. Everyone wants to protect themselves. Let's move this away from a partisan issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you and I were saying is this is pushing out the lower income and middle class from being able to protect themselves. And it's making firearms and personal protection a thing for only the elite. Those who can throw 50% on top of ammo. Oh yeah, that's a drop in the bucket. I got money to waste, so I can do that. And it's making the lower income people not able to protect themselves. It's ridiculous.
It's sad because I was raised Democrat. Okay. The old school Democrat, I understand that. I was raised, California is a primary of Democrat, of the old Democrat settings. The other new world liberals. And that's changed tremendously. And I think people have forgotten different directions, but I don't want to go into that because that's a whole nother topic.
And I mean, politics, unfortunately, guns are now a part of politics, because people are pushing these. But I look forward to the day when America and all of these new gun owners, you can, if you like Joe Biden and you like everything that he stands for, except for the guns, let him know, hey, I love you. Yeah. I think you're awesome. Leave the guns alone. Because like I said, I think they're acting by what they think will get more votes. And that's just not the case. Everyone deserves their protection. And that's Mama Bear Defense. We want everyone to do that. I don't care if you're whatever. You love Bernie.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever. Your life still matters and it's worth protecting.
Yes. But education and knowledge of how to use a handgun to protect yourself, if not to use as a hobby or for self-defense in whatever the situation is, we're just here for that. That's what we're here for.
Everyone deserves that. So
absolutely.
The scary thing with this bill is that it's being pushed. No one knows about it. Like I said, it's in the House. Even if it passes the House, it's not going to pass the Senate, and it's not going to pass the current president.
Current, yes.
But yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Just dumb bill. Another thing that I was going to bring up, we've had a lot of weird shootings this week. There was someone storming the White House. The White House.
That's right. And he actually was removed off his speech at that moment. I was like, what's going on? What just happened? This is intense.
So someone was storming the White House. I'm going to kill you. With a gun. And obviously that wasn't a smart plan of attack. All I saw was the video of him getting shot. So I don't really know what happened before that, but that was crazy. Then we had a sad story of that child who got shot point blank. I think the biggest problem with this is if the ethnicities were reversed, we would be hearing about it from mainstream media, and they would be pushing gun control, gun control, gun control, and they would be pushing. They would say the man was a white supremacist and all of these things, and they would say, oh, it's because he's a Trump supporter. I'm obviously conjecture. Maybe they wouldn't say that, but we have seen stories similar where they're pushing this agenda. But since it was the reverse, they're not even, it was hush hush until everyone started talking about it. Over a week later, now you're starting to see some news outlets talking about this story. The story, I'm sure you've all heard about it. The story where now you have, if you're on social media, you've heard about it because people are sharing it.
There is a third shooting. I don't know if you've heard of this one.
Oh no.
It's pretty horrible from what I gather from the short line. It's an 8-year-old girl, was in the car, the backseat of her mother's car, and she was shot and killed in the car in Atlanta. And basically, from what I gathered from the story, is the mother turned her car around to go away from the protesters, and they opened fire on her and killed the little girl.
See,
again, not in the news.
But the point of this, and the reason, I mean, we're talking about it because I don't really want to focus on evil, but I want to say evil is evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all white people are white supremacists, all Black people are extremists that are trying to kill or destroy. It's not that. Evil is evil is evil is evil.
Yes, correct.
And it doesn't matter the color of your skin. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Nope. And evil exists. And so that, I mean, we just need to, when we're pushing something in the media, then those people who are fragile-minded, mm-hmm. when you're pushing all white people are supremacist, all white people that are conservatives have white supremacy or believe in that. Right. You're showing that in the media. Everyone that agrees with Trump, 50% of America, they're all racist. And you're telling these fragile-minded people that every white person that believes in or supports Trump is a racist, mm-hmm. then that fragile-minded person is like, okay, white people are evil. Mm-hmm. You know, like they're fragile, they're evil. And so that's how toxic the media can turn. So yeah, I mean, yes, remember gun deaths or gun, what's it called? It's GSN or something. It's the number of lives that are saved by guns each year. The CDC did a report is exponentially higher. It's 500,000 to 3 million people. Their lives are saved by firearms versus the 39,000 people that lose their lives. Are we saying 39,000 is a drop in the bucket? No. But guns save 10 times, sometimes 100 times more mm-hmm. than that.
Yeah. So
let's pay attention to evil, use the guns to stop the evil, like we have been, like we do, you know, correct. For personal protection. We were going to talk about today semi-autos. I'm going to show you that these are unloaded. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this.
Completely. Nothing.
And then revolvers. So we were going to talk a little bit about, this is a big debate, especially if you go to a gun store. What happened to you, Shauna, when you first were getting into guns? What did they tell you should get?
They actually didn't.
Oh, they didn't do that to you?
No, because actually my first purchase was my Springfield XD9, this little baby right here. And it was the last year for it to be on roster. So it was the gun show in Orange County, last type you can ever buy this purchase of this gun because it's single stack. And it's my first purchase of a gun. And I had 5 people behind me wanting it. My husband's like, if you're not buying it, I'm buying it. And I'm like, no, I'm buying my first gun. This is what we're doing. I'm doing this. So
they didn't push the revolver on you?
No, actually they didn't. They did not push the revolver at all. So
a lot of women have the experience where they go to the gun store and the guy says, oh, this is the gun for you, little lady. This revolver right here, it's super simple. It's very basic. It holds in your hand. They color them pink.
I have a pink one.
And purple. Yeah, right? They color them pink and purple. This is your gun.
Yeah.
And then some women hate it and some women, most women hate it and some women love it. But we were going to talk about the pros and cons of each and kind of do a little debate. So let's start with semi-auto. Why do you think semi-automatics are better for home defense and concealed carry and so forth?
Well, I mean, for me, preference is semi-auto. Don't get me wrong. I love my revolvers, but being kind of all over the place, I like to know a few different things. One, that I know I can actually place the gun somewhere, have it locked up without the ammo in it, and it's quick to go ahead and grab my firearm with my ammo and put it together. It's part of the regulations of California in different
So you're
places.
meaning your ammunition is in your magazine.
Yes.
And it's very fast to
go ahead and put it in.
Yeah, to slide it in.
And then, so I have both. Okay. So because when you transport your vehicle and you have your gun in your car in the state of California, you are to have this locked up. Okay. So you have the trigger lock here, or you have your cable lock going through here. Okay. And that's going to be
in a lock box.
Or in a lock box. Correct. But your ammo has to be in a separate lock box in a different part of your car. Most people drive SUVs, they drive trucks. That's not possible. So you need to just make sure it's locked in a separate box away from your gun. And everything's safe. For me, in my situation, quickly grab it. There it is. It's not.
Well, after you get them out of their locks. And then, yes. And then you're like, slide is not dropping, there it is. Because the magazine is empty.
Empty. There's nothing.
It won't drop because
it's empty. Yes.
Usually it's easy.
Real easy. Very easy. So yes, and in addition to that part, it has safeties on it. So it's like, all right, so this one here has the trigger safety and it has the safety in the back as well. So all these have to be in function in order to be able to fire the gun. My revolvers, they don't. But don't get me wrong, I do understand there are semi-auto pistols that don't have safeties. Mm-hmm. And I get that, but I don't own that because it's not my preference. It's not my type of style.
We need to get a Glock fanboy or fangirl up here.
Yeah,
we need Kelsey and Michelle. Where are they?
Yes, they're hardcore.
We'll have them come on soon. and then we'll have a SIG versus Glock debate. Springfield, we'll add them in. Everything versus Glock. Just kidding.
Nice. Yeah.
Funny. But what about, the slides are hard to lock and there's more moving parts.
There is there is many different moving parts, but it's just one solid. You don't have the revolver to like unlatch, swing out the wheel cylinder, and start loading and pushing them in and reload again individually. I'm not going to walk around with the speed loader for my revolver to do exactly. Not going to happen. It
is very bulky. They're like pretty large.
You can't conceal that.
No way
you can't conceal that. I'm going to take it out let me put it in. No.
Mm-mm. You could possibly, you could totally conceal it in a purse, but I wonder if the jumbling, if it would still hold together or if.
Okay. Honestly, I have not carried a purse in probably, 3 years. The average woman.
A diaper bag.
A diaper. Yeah, well, still. But
my diaper bag is my purse. Well, actually, it's my diaper backpack. I've upgraded to a hands-free diaper bag option.
Sorry, guys.
That's what happens when you have 3 kids. You're like, okay, none of this purse action. I need both my hands.
Yeah. But when you think about it, and in an average woman's purse, you have their life. Your life is in your purse. You carry it. Right now, for you and I, we have our backpacks that are diaper bags for our life because our children are our life. So when we go to carry, we carry it on our person. And in my opinion is that carrying a revolver, I want to be able to pull out a second magazine and use it to defend maybe more than one person trying to come and get us, because those have been issues here within the state of California for trafficking. So I want to know that I have more than one of these to be able to take more than one person down if I'm being attacked by more than one.
Mm-hmm. And that used to be a debate of, why would you need more rounds than your normal standard 6 that come in a revolver? Like, why would you need more than that? Because really, if you need more than 6 rounds, you suck at shooting. And it's like, I don't think people are saying that anymore, because we are seeing live videos of groups of people swarming and attacking a single person. Yes. So I think that argument is completely void now. people aren't throwing that one out anymore. I will say, though, in general, they did a study of 2,000 cases, and they took the cases where civilians and law enforcement used their guns. Okay. So when they had to pull it, and this was actually in New York, the state of New York.
Wow.
And they studied 2,000 cases, and the average number of rounds that were used was 2.54 or 2.74, one of those things, but it was under 3. Dang. So on average, you're going to need 3 rounds or less. Mm-hmm. And there was only 2 civilian cases where they reloaded.
Interesting.
So the idea that you're going to need to reload is pretty rare, or it was pretty rare. Maybe not today. It was rare when they did that study in 2011. But
that was
yeah.
a time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, oh I know. It doesn't seem like, anywho, we're getting old. That's that. Okay, now I'm going to in defense of revolver. My husband's main concealed carry is a revolver. It is this one. It is the Taurus Judge.
I think the beast.
Yeah, it is. It shoots a 410 shotgun. This was actually, he could not conceal carry this. Well, I mean, we didn't stay in California long enough to deal with the concealed carry. I did, but he didn't even want to mess with it. It can conceal carry a 410 shotgun shell. In California, that gun is illegal because it's considered a short-barreled shotgun. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, so this is a triple-aught buckshot, 4 big old coming through, big old round pellets. Then a 45, a 45 long Colt. Okay. And then also a 45 ACP, I believe.
No, but see, those
45 Colt. But he doesn't, this is in long Colt. He doesn't carry the other one, 45 ACP in there. He just does long Colt and the 410.
Okay. Well, he's definitely knocking them down. That's for a given. He ain't going anywhere.
He likes it because his thought is, and sometimes he carries a bird shot as a warning round. He's not doing that now, but he likes, I'm like, this is his loadout. He mixes it up. And nice. Like his first shot is usually the
warning shot.
The shotgun, and it's like, hey, I don't want to kill you, just stop. And then he progresses to death by shot.
Dude, that's rad.
But he likes the revolver because it's simple. It's this particular revolver, he likes the fact that it has the shotgun action and that there's variability, and they are super reliable. Having malfunctions and so forth. All you know what you do when you have a malfunction with a revolver? Pull the trigger again. Done. That's true. You know what? People who love revolvers, they should do, this is a good idea. We should do a content, like a video of us.
Yeah.
And like do the semi-auto and clearing and then do the revolver. Boom, boom. Like, that's how I clear that malfunction. In a revolver, those revolver levers, all you have to do is pull the trigger again.
Got it. It's all cleared. We're good.
Yeah. Like a side by side. Because they are simple. Even if you have weak hands, I knew a lady who she had arthritis, and she ended up doing a 22 revolver because she could not rack the slide. Her hands were weak. So revolvers have their place.
They do.
And they're not my favorite though. I'll tell you what, 38 Special sucks to shoot. Although you like a 357. Yes, I think so.
Okay, but my Lady Chic is a 38 Special. And then I have my 357 revolver. Yes, I love them. I am on target with them. They're my babies.
I hate shooting them. I hate the recoil. No.
Oh, this one has the worst recoil on my 9. Absolutely the worst. But I'm doing a lot better with it. But I mean, I'm a heavier caliber girl. I like my heavier caliber.
My
40, 45.
Yeah. Today in my class, I had a girl, and it was her first time ever shooting. So naturally, I was like, here's your 22. And then I only brought like 3 rounds of 9mm just for her to try out. I was like, you're not going to like this, right? Girl, she shot a shot group so tight with her first 3 shots ever of a 9mm, and she wanted to shoot more, and I'm like, one, price of ammo, sorry. Not today. But I was like, we're gonna have to do this another day, because I was so impressed, and I was thinking about you, like the weight of the bullet, and like I don't know what it was, but man, her shot group was so tight. I mean, she was shooting 10 feet, so she wasn't shooting super far, but it was tighter.
That's still perfect, because you want it within the 7 feet or further. And if you get that grouping, you're going to make target on anything you're trying to hit, to know that you can get away from whatever is happening.
Yeah, it was impressive. So I sold her on a 9mm, and she was like, 22 is one thing, but that 9.
Yeah, that's
so it's
awesome.
Fun. I think my husband is more accurate with a 45 than a 9. We have the same gun. We have this Springfield Mod XD9.
Okay.
And we have it in a 9mm and a 45, and he is more accurate with the 45.
I like that. That's nice. I like the 45.
This gun chat has changed from Revolver to just chatting guns.
This is all guns.
I'm like, we're coming up. We're going to keep this one a little bit shorter this time, because last time it was late and we're just getting through. The story, the hooray gun story, is you have a domestic violence survivor. She left her husband and ran away to a family member's house.
Wow.
And she was staying in the family member's house. Well, what did you think psycho domestic violent X is going to do?
Go up there.
Show up. Yes.
Yeah.
So he gets his 380, and he knocks on the door, and no one's answering. So he kicks the door open, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know people could still do that. Like, you can kick down doors? I've never even tried that before, but anywho, apparently it's possible. He kicks the door open and then starts shooting. And the husband of the family that she was staying with, they just said they were related. I don't know if it was a sister or whatever. Okay. He comes and he fires a shot, and the guy leaves.
Okay.
But this is the crazy part. He came back.
He wasn't done.
He got shot up, left, and then came back again. And that is, you and I were talking about evil is evil is evil.
It is evil. Yeah.
And evil is determined to do evil. It just blew my mind. I'm like, really? You're coming back?
Oh my gosh.
Most criminals, if if they're just like petty crime, they're like, oh, I'm not here for this. But like, this is pure evil, right? Domestic violence. That's like,
it's horrible.
That's
it's
pure evil. So he comes back for more, and the owner shot and then ended up killing him from that second shot.
Wow.
I know, crazy. But lives were saved. Evil life did not survive.
Someone was able to sleep a little bit better that night in the matter of being abused from that person.
You're right. I didn't even think about that aspect of that. That fear that people go through.
It's a massive fear. It's an intense fear. And for anyone that's in this situation, to get out of the situation, I understand it personally. Wow. I mean, I didn't have the physical abuse. I had the mental abuse. And it took me some years to get there. So yeah, trust me, I get what they're going through, but not the extent of the physical abuse. I feel for them. I do. I want them to ask for help so we can help. But yeah, that's a whole nother situation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that was able to turn out.
That turned out great for her. Like, I'm happy that for her, she's safe. The family's safe. She was with.
Yeah. Could you imagine that type of person staying in the home?
Yeah. No. Well, think about the fact that piece of paper, that restraining order, piece of paper that's supposed to keep that guy away from her, from beating her, was to do what? To call 911 and you're 20 to 30 minutes out because of other stuff happening within society.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to, it just, that's what we're dealing with, with everything else boiling up.
We had our car broken into the fourth time. And we called the cops. My husband was on wait. How long were you on hold, babe? A half an hour. I thought 20 minutes. A full half an hour just to get to the dispatcher, 911 dispatch, and half an hour. And then the cops showed up, I would say an additional hour and a half, 2 hours later. Mm-hmm. Granted, our lives weren't in danger. Okay, I get it. But if our lives were in danger, 30 minutes to talk to dispatch. Good luck. So yeah, firearms, definitely a lot faster solution. Yeah. While you're waiting on the phone for a half hour, you can save your life. And then when they talk, they come back, you say, okay, psycho came in and this happened. Yeah. But woo, you got any fun things this week coming up?
Not exactly this week. No, I'm still trying to get some things taken care of on the, not the financial side, but the insurance side. So as soon as I get the insurance things taken care of and some clearance through our local PD department, then yeah, I'm going to be able to start rocking and rolling some classes.
Good times. I was launching Wichita this week, so that was kind of fun doing some classes here. But we're doing stuff all over the place, and then we're trying to finish up the children's curriculum.
Yes.
We'll just pencil that in and all the other stuff that we're doing. Back to school. Although our kids aren't in school, so back to school isn't so hectic for us. No. Our kids are little.
But the primary work is right around the corner for me to go back to, so.
Yeah, right. And then you added a dog to the family.
Oh, gosh, yes. I'm
fourth
crazy.
Dog, yes. Guys. A fourth dog.
Puppy. 3-month-old puppy. So I have a 3-month-old child.
I'm just going to say.
2-year-old child. A husband. I have my 3 other dogs. And then I just got a 3-month-old puppy, which seems really pretty cool, pretty chill so far. And then my cats are outside killing the rodents to keep everything else away. So, goodness.
Your dog and your daughter are the same age. They are. Oh, that's so fun. That's crazy. I don't really think I have a lot going on this week. My husband started working longer hours, so I'm going to be holding down the fort with the kiddos. Just going through. That's well, fun. Hopefully next week we'll have some more good news, more good gun wins. Good news. Yes. Exciting. We had some good ones this week.
I know.
Okay, well, that will conclude episode 2. Actually, we have an announcement for episode 3. Remember I called you about it? But we'll leave everyone on a cliffhanger.
Oh, that's right.
About the announcement.
Oh, okay.
We will tell you episode 3. All right, have a good night. people.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.